All right, boys. Hope everyone had a good week. Talk to me about some dad wins and fails that you may have had.
Survived a week at the beach, guys.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back. I'm back from the trip, little sun-kissed.
Yeah, there you go.
Got a little sun out there. It was a great trip. Like, I will say I was a little nervous. We drove. It was a 12-hour drive.
Did you make it in 12 hours, actually? Or how
We
long
made
did
it in 12 and a half.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Good.
we took a super aggressive approach to getting down there.
Walk us through it.
We got up at 2:45, and we were wheels up by 3:38 going down there.
Wow.
The funny thing was,
He knows it to the minute.
3:38.
oh yeah, it's 3:34 coming home. We did the same thing. We beat it by 4 minutes. But the amazing thing was, we only stopped 3 times going down there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
really
it was.
nice.
I was like shocked. That was
Yeah.
the best case scenario.
Any bathroom disasters on the way
Not going down there. The funny thing was, though, when we got them up, they were so amped. We woke them up at like 3:20, right?
Yeah.
Just enough to put in the car. They were so amped to go on vacation. We were like, surely, first we're like, they'll fall right back asleep. No, they were just like chatting it up.
Oh,
it was,
wow.
it was like 4 a.m. We're like, guys, go to sleep, go back to sleep. So that was
Did you
interesting.
get your dad tone out?
I didn't have to get it out, thankfully, because it was too early.
Okay.
I don't think it was awake yet.
Yeah.
I was fighting for survival there too. But coming home, the trip home, the wheels started falling off like that last hour. It was like the potty tantrums, not tantrums, but the drama. And then, just the stuff started happening. We're like pulling over now, like every 15 minutes. I'm like, we ever going to make it? No, but a couple highlights. We actually, I got to run into, because we got going so early. I lived in Charlotte for like 6 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I randomly had called a friend and was like, we stopped at the South Carolina Welcome Center, like right when we crossed the border.
Yeah.
So that's like, Charlotte's right on the border there, north and south. So that's right where I used to live. And a friend actually was like, dude, I'm driving down 77 South right now. I'm like, we're at the rest stop. Like, come
wow.
visit
Oh, that's
us.
cool.
So he had his daughter with him. Shout out to Slisher, man. Great to
cool.
see him. He actually had his daughter with him, and he came out. I haven't seen him in probably like 12 years or something like that.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was really
Reunion
cool.
on the border.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Well, let me
Yeah,
ask you a
some
question. Was it the ideal amount of time away?
Yeah, I think it was just right. We were just talking about this. Most of the kids were like, we could have done another day or two.
Yeah.
Usually by like day 4, we're like, I'm like ready to get home.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was unique because we had some extended family too that was like in that same area, and so we had got to see them a lot, which is again pretty rare for us. But so no, it was good. It was the right amount of time. I think it was good to be back though, sleep in your own bed. But
Always
one
is.
other funny thing, one of my daughters picked up, my 4-year-old. She's the one that did the wheelbarrows. She was running the wheelbarrows
okay,
when we were
yeah.
mulching. For whatever reason, she just decided that she needs to do push-ups every morning. And it's hilarious. Like, she's just like, she gets up, it's like, it's a good morning for push-ups. And she's just going over there and just ripping out
Where did
push-ups.
she learn that from you?
Well, I did a push-up thing with my nephew when we were on
Okay.
vacation. We had no way to like work out. So we did the deck of cards where you like flip over a card.
Oh, yeah,
and do as many
yeah,
push-ups
yeah,
as you
yeah.
can. So she might have seen that, but
Might have seen that. I think that's where she saw
we
that.
do push-ups at the house, like I mess around with them when we're playing.
Nice.
But yeah, we were in a Panera Bread driving home. They had just woken up from the nap, so it's like
She had to get her push-ups
It was
in.
7 a.m. and we walk in there. She's like, gotta get some push-ups. Gets on the ground. I have a video of this.
Panera?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and she
hilarious.
just starts ripping out push-ups, and it was great, man. It was
It's
really
like
funny.
Stallone. You're like, you got Stallone. Doesn't Stallone make all his
Training.
daughters like work out? I think
I'm sure. If you're
I think
married
they
to
were
Rocky,
like-
I mean, come
I
on.
think they're like, they had to do so many push-ups and sit-ups every day.
I believe it.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
look, glad you guys had a great time. Let's
Yep.
pivot into to the topic this week. So it's all about the 4th of July, and I'll kick it off with a question: is July 4th the pinnacle of the summer holiday calendar? Who wants to kick off?
Well, I'll take this one. I mean, 4th of July is kind of like the Thanksgiving of summer.
Ooh, I like how you phrased
It's
that.
like there's really, I mean, yes, it's, freedom and red, white, and blue and all the good things that come with that, which I'm, super appreciative of, everybody who served and makes this country great and all that sort of stuff. But it is such a fun holiday.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
anything that you could think of that, around summer, especially up here. And I think maybe our region is probably a little bit more so because we don't get good weather all the time. And it's
Yeah.
like the one holiday you have that unless it rains, you're guaranteed good weather. Whereas, Easter and all the other holidays, Thanksgiving, you're like, chances are you're gonna have pretty bad weather.
Yeah.
But 4th of July is like you're pretty much guaranteed to have great weather.
What does the 4th look like for you and your family? Just out of curiosity.
So we usually will throw like a big party,
Yeah.
and my wife loves fireworks, so
Yeah.
I'll go into debt. every
Nice.
year.
Pyromaniac.
So she gives you the green light. She says, "Get me as many fireworks as you
It's
can."
the other way around. It is like I finally give her the green light because it is it is so aggressive.
Budget?
Like,
No budget.
it's very hard to maintain a budget. Like we like I would send drivers to like Indiana to purchase truckloads of like.
Is this some type of underground thing? You're like texting
Should we be
people?
disclosing
I
this?
don't know if we should. No, actually, it was for her birthday one year. I bought, it was the most insane firework display you'd ever imagine.
Wow.
We were living in Medina at the time. But anyway,
Yeah.
she's big into fireworks. So we've got a pool. So it's, like pool fireworks. We typically invite a bunch of people over and they just like hang out all day long. It's not an open house, but pretty close to that, where
Yeah.
people just kind of come and go and hang out. Kids, water balloons, squirt guns, the whole 9 yards, watermelon,
Yeah.
all the good
Yeah,
things that
yeah.
you typically kind of correlate summer with. So yeah, it's a great holiday because there's no like when there's like a Christmas or an Easter, you're kind of like, oh, I got to go over the families and do that. So
Yeah.
with 4th of July, it's like, at least for us, there's just complete freedom. Like you
Yeah.
can do it or you
Well, there's
don't.
no gifts, none of
Yeah,
that
there's no
stuff.
gifts. There's no
Right.
family obligations. Kind of
True.
like do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be out on a boat on the lake or something like that here. So for us, it's typically we have a big party at our house.
Yeah.
People come over and hang out for the day.
Yeah.
I feel like most of these episodes turn into things that I didn't do as a kid. 4th of July, obviously not a thing.
Obviously. Well, what do you guys have anything midsummer thing in the
I
UK?
think there's a smattering of like bank holidays, but nothing at the scale
Okay.
or the gluttony of
Yeah.
like July 4th.
America.
Go big.
Huge. Make America great Britain again. Anyway, so what am I, like 10 years now in the States? So I've had about 10 4th of Julys.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's been your take?
Well, what was it? What
Coming
was
to
the
that?
first 4th of July
Good question.
that you were like, oh my goodness, this is not just something you read about. This is
So-
like what people do.
Yeah.
Not until we moved to Ohio. So,
Okay.
so think
I was
about
thinking Ohio's got like a
Yes.
different vibe.
You need a little land. You can't be in New York City.
need
You
a bit-
need a
well,
little bit of
that's
land.
the issue. That's
yeah,
the issue.
really celebrate a 4th of July. In case you want to blow something up.
And the thing is, 4th of July, like the actual fireworks start 30, 40 days before. And like all around me now, it's just
Yeah.
every single day.
That's how
and
it is,
night. Just,
yeah.
it's just,
That's how it is.
4th of July in New York is just a nuisance.
okay.
So think about like the fact I think they well, I could get this wrong, so don't hold me to this, but I think they alternate where the fireworks are each year depending on which river they release them from. And land is at a premium in New York City, so it's kind of a very typical thing where many rooftops will then price gouge you and kind of do this all-inclusive, like come and eat and drink, but they oversell, and then you're basically in line for about 4 hours for most of it. We didn't do that. Like that's kind of like the typical New York experience.
Yeah.
And then around sundown, the city's small enough that you usually have a good visual of fireworks throughout. So I actually, truth be told, thought the 4th of July was just like a big letdown. Like I thought it was actually really, really bad.
So
Then
New York let you down.
New York, 4th of July, you are useless. Then fast forward to when we move here, and year one was COVID year.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like a weird one.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, 4th of July, and I've only really done 4th of July big with kids. 4th of July is the best.
It's so much
It's
fun.
It is like the pinnacle of summer.
incredible.
Yeah.
Like some of the outfits you can get away with wearing is just ridiculous. I'm talking like weird bald eagles. I'm talking like American flag. I'm talking
Cut off jean
right.
shorts.
Cut off
jean-
Dude, that's the day to
Jean
wear
short-
them.
seriously.
Dude, I have one pair of jean shorts that is literally
The
for
only day you wear it. That's awesome.
sleeveless USA flag tank top with jean shorts.
Yes,
100%.
there you go. Maybe a
That is the
bandana in there.
uniform.
Maybe put
And
a bandana on.
in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You have to. So that, post and subsequently moving to Ohio, I think it is the best summer vacation or summer holiday rather. And it's similar to like the fact that everyone gets it. So, everyone's having a great time. It's also the fact that there's no presents. The weather is usually, touch wood, very good every year.
Yeah.
And everyone's just in a great
Yeah.
mood. Like
Yeah, exactly.
everyone is just in a great mood.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you
Same
guys think?
thing. It's like pinnacle of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of cool memories I can remember, but the fireworks was always like, that was the time when you saw fireworks. So back then I felt, growing up at least, I felt like it wasn't like on every corner now. That used to, like they're more common.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like really like, oh, look at this. So it's like, that was always an awesome memory. But I remember one time driving across 480 in Cleveland too. I was taking somebody home, and you could see all the city's fireworks
That's
going off at
super
the same
cool.
time. You're like, oh, so literally every which way you looked, you saw fireworks.
Actually, I'll
going
tell
off.
you what. Actually, in that New York sort of story that I mentioned, there was one year where we actually came back to Cleveland for 4th of July just by chance, and we did a Guardians game. July 4th at the Guardians is awesome.
I bet they let it
Yeah,
go.
they do. They go
The
big.
firework
Yeah,
display
they're big.
is fantastic. Yeah, I feel like we shout the Guardians out a lot, so we should probably get sponsored by them.
Yeah. No, was fireworks a big thing in the UK growing up?
We have
I'm just saying, like kids playing with
yeah.
fireworks. that
It's
sort of
so
thing.
we have Guy Fawkes Day.
Okay.
So do you know what Guy Fawkes Day is?
I have no
Say
idea.
that
Guy
again?
Fawkes Day is?
Say that again.
I think we're gonna get canceled.
Guy Fawkes, GUY space FAWKES.
Yep, we're gonna get canceled.
No, Guy Fawkes. So
No, no.
you don't remember the 5th of November?
Okay, yeah.
Gunpowder, treason, and
Yep.
plot.
Yeah.
So Guy Fawkes was the guy who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament.
Okay.
So
okay.
every year,
So he gets his own.
So he's a
day.
V for,
he does
V for
really-
Vendetta guy.
Yeah, like the V for
Okay,
Vendetta.
okay,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. That's based on Mr. Fawkes. I promise, it's Guy Fawkes.
That's good.
Guy? Should we just go Guy?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Jeff.
My
It's
name is
American
Jeff.
name. Yeah.
No, so in November you get a really big. It's called bonfire night.
Okay.
So you create a huge bonfire. There's usually a fireworks display. But growing up as a kid, I actually didn't really like fireworks.
Oh, really?
I wasn't like a huge fireworks fan. And it's similar to, for me, boats and things and the beach and places like that where they're good for a period of time. And then 2 minutes in, I'm like, yeah, I understand. It's lights in the air making loud sounds. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, so, whereas like my mom used to love them. Like she would.
No, did you ever shoot him off though? Did you ever?
Yeah, we would.
Did
We
you
would.
ever watch him to the Star Spangled Banner?
No, not to that. We would salute Mr. Fawkes.
we growing up. So I grew up in like I don't know, middle low income class, whatever, suburbia, and it was basically from like June through like August.
Yeah.
It was just like everybody. You'd always be playing around with fireworks. Like everybody, like
Oh, yeah.
every kid from the age of like I don't know, 7 maybe.
Yeah.
You're shooting bottle rockets at
But
one
they're
another.
illegal
like,
in Ohio. Like the big ones were legal in Ohio
I mean,
until recently. But you could still get it. Like,
Oh, dude, I don't know if they were legal or not, but we would just play. Like we were always playing with fireworks.
Yeah.
It was always so much
Like
fun.
unattended, just doing it.
Oh yeah.
my uncle,
Like dude, just
my-
run around with Roman candle for wars and stuff. I mean, the most insane stuff ever.
But even sparklers, I'm like, oh, cool. It's sparkling in my hand, and now it could burn my hands. Like the ROI on a
the
spark.
safety kicks in.
That's the ROI. That's such a firstborn
What's
type
this-
A.
what's this-
the ROI on the sparkler.
No, but what's the
I
point?
just blinked my flashlight.
It's not safer.
It's a lot safer. It's a lot better for the
Now, do
environment.
your kids like it? I mean, do you get into it for your kids at least? At this
Yeah,
point?
yeah.
Okay.
They like it. But I think they've inherited just my like impatience where they're like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
So that's my only issue with fireworks. Like I'm not scared of them. I'm kind of just like, I get it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I would say the queuing of like going to the actual see fireworks at night at like your city or whatever.
Yeah.
And the whole queuing process of finding a place to sit down. Also, never
Yeah.
been into that.
The-
That's not my.
The first year we were married, we were like, let's go check out the fireworks. So little did we know, we didn't know how it was set up. We essentially drove into the middle of a traffic jam. And then we couldn't and we never even got out of the car.
Yeah.
It was the worst experience ever. We drove into the middle of traffic jam and then we just waited in traffic to get out to go home. I was like, oh, this is brutal.
Do you know how much the U.S. spends on
Oh,
fireworks
this would be a
each
good
year?
one.
Oh man. I mean, it's got to be a huge number.
Do you have millions or billions in your mind?
I would say high millions, like single digit bill, like
I'd say low billions.
like 1.1 billion to like 600 and probably like 720 million to 1.1 billion would be my guess. Somewhere in that range.
Wow. Very specific.
I'd say low billions as well.
5 billions?
Yeah.
3 billion is
Whoa.
spent
There it
on
is.
fireworks
Yeah.
in the US each year.
Wow.
And how many firework related injuries do you think happen each year?
lot.
Considering $3 billion is spent, it's probably not as much as you think. but it's-
10,000 people.
Wow. 10,000 firework related injuries
Dude.
occur every
Everybody
year.
knew somebody that blew off a finger with a
I mean,
firework
that's what I was going to
growing
say.
up.
Like all the talk about like, oh, we fight with them and do whatever. You just be kids who like you get a hole in your hand because you blow something up
Yeah.
or you burn
Yeah.
yourself real bad. Digits, not so much.
Well, there was that
didn't really
NFL
lose
player.
faith.
Do you remember, what was his
Yeah.
name? Jason Pierre-Paul?
Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Like,
yeah.
Blew off 2 fingers.
Yeah,
and-
like stud.
Yeah,
stud
still won a
guy.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
But I know a lot of people who've gotten very, very injured.
Yeah. I know a lot of people. Yeah, sure.
Very indeed.
What about food? Food on 4th of July. What do you guys do?
So like when we have people over, we typically will do like we'll have hot dogs and hamburgers for kids typically because it's just easy to grill out.
You grill? Who grills?
I typically will grill, or like my brother-in-law will come over. He
What
loves
do you wear
grilling.
when you're grilling?
No, jean shorts. Jean shorts. No, I'll wear jean shorts. You know, obviously jean shorts, an apron.
Yep. You're an apron guy. That's where I was going.
Well,
with
no,
this.
no. But the 4th of July, it's an apron with no shirt underneath. Right?
Okay.
Like that's
There you
how
go.
you rock a 4th of July.
What are you wearing over there?
You get the tan.
Oh,
line.
yeah,
I
you get
don't
the
like
tan
that.
line.
Yeah, I don't like contour.
I'm kidding. No, I
He's
don't
got
know.
the fake 6-pack. Like
Chris the cook.
Spray paint. Yeah. That's great.
No, we do that, and then we'll typically do something like a chicken, or like we'll do like a brisket or something like that
Yeah.
for adults. But like I don't really like cooking like high end food for kids because they always end up throwing it away.
They don't appreciate it.
How many hot dogs do you think get consumed on July 4th? Just July 4th.
Dude.
Just July 4th.
Just July 4th.
200 million hot dogs.
Yeah, I'll go 150 million.
Boys are on fire. Americans eat 150 million hot dogs on July 4th.
Let's go.
Which is enough to stretch from DC to LA 5 times. That's insane.
That is
insane.
crazy,
That's a lot
man.
of hot dogs.
That's a lot. Of hot
Joey
dogs.
Chestnut helps us with about 80 of those.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
Any idea when that started? The hot dog contest?
In the 70s sometime?
No, longer than that.
Really?
Yeah.
No idea. Then. When was Nathan's hot dog? I don't know how long they've been around for. I would assume it's like
Is it
maybe
the
like 40s.
since the 20s, maybe?
Has it always been Nathan's?
I have no
It's got to
idea.
be, right?
I
I don't know any other.
When
any
is
other
it?
kind.
48?
20s, the swinging
1948?
1916.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through the Great Depression,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wars.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how we got through the Depression.
Yeah, just one
Just
hot
eating
dog at a
dogs.
time.
Hot dogs,
What
man.
about the
That's
average cookout? How much do you think the average 4th of July cookout costs? It's a hard question because you have no idea. Like,
I'd probably
it
say
varies
like
so much.
the average is probably like $1,200.
what have you got?
I guess it's
I
unfair.
mean, if you're cooking for one family versus
Yeah, I
Andrew's family might be
it's a tough,
1,200.
yeah, that's
It's
what I mean.
gotta
It's a
be.
tough question.
well, if you're buying
$200
booze and drinks and
Oh,
all that,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Think
can
about
get up
that.
there
So it's
quick.
300. The average cookout is 300.
Okay.
How do you get away with $300?
Well, I don't know. That could be a family of 4, of which
Yeah, that's
of,
not fair.
Of the 300. Well, if you're at 1,200, that scales.
Yeah, I guess.
pretty
right?
good. Yeah.
Multiples.
Yeah.
So it's usually about 85.
That's so depressing. It's like $90 a person.
Babe, we're canceling the fireworks this year.
We're done.
Average, so $300, of which $85 is meat. So the rest is basically booze and
Yeah.
sides, I guess,
Yeah.
at that.
We gotta have like potato salad.
Yeah.
All the
Potato
salad,
chips.
whatever, the different other salads, potato
Yeah.
chips.
Yeah.
And then you always have to have the good desserts. Like the thing that I think's okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs on 4th of July.
No.
I'd take them. I don't make them though, but I would eat
Deviled
them.
eggs
They're
any
in.
day of the
There's
year.
something about,
Deviled eggs
like-
any day of the year. Let's just zoom out a little bit.
Let's
I eat them
take
so rare. I would say yes, just
it,
because I'm like,
10,000
10,000 foot view. They are delicious.
Okay.
Just there's something about eggs and potato salad in particular.
In
just
90-degree day, just sitting out there, dude.
Let's keep going.
Six flies on it.
Coleslaw,
I'm a fan of coleslaw.
potato
100%.
salad,
I'll eat potato salad.
And-
Typically not the like super like
mushy one.
mushy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs, all 3 elite sides.
Yep.
But there's something about 90 degrees and them sitting out that if you don't get them immediately, that's it. We're done.
I won't eat deviled eggs like because I can't really eat deviled.
Okay.
So like just flat out I won't eat them.
Yeah.
But we'd always go with my uncle's on 4th of July when I was growing up. He had like an in-ground pool. It was like, oh, fancy, whatever. So
Yeah.
we'd always go over his house.
Yeah.
And they would always have these trays of deviled eggs. And they would sit outside in the 4th of July in 90% humidity and like whatever,
Oh,
90-degree
gosh, dude.
weather. And they would sit outside all day long.
All day long. Yeah.
They would just sit outside all day long, and people would eat them throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I was always just like, "This is like." Even as an 8-year-old, I was like, yeah, "That face you're making,
Yeah.
that's the exact face I'd be making." I'm like,
That's gross.
"Why are people doing this?"
Oh gosh, man.
And they're like, "Oh, you got any more paprika back there?" And it's just like, "Oh." So we don't do deviled eggs
Yeah.
at our.
Let me
at
ask
our
you guys a
parties.
question because when I was doing some 4th of July research, Old Navy clothes kept coming up. Is that a thing from like the 90s? Like
Yes.
Old Navy clothes?
Old Navy.
It was
yeah,
super
they
cheap,
did a
like-
big 4th of July thing.
Like
I
you
feel
could buy super cheap clothing like just for the 4th of July.
So they had like specific 4th of July stuff?
Yeah, it was like, and you could buy like a shirt for $4 and pants for $3
Yeah.
or whatever. It was like super cheap. The whole, and they always run these big sales. It was a big thing.
Is that still a thing?
Probably. I mean, I don't know if it's still as big as it was.
Yeah.
But
What about traditions? Any 4th of July traditions, either growing up or that you guys have now with the kids?
ours has changed a little bit. Before we had kids, actually, my uncle would always have us over. They had a pool outside, and he would always cook up these fat fillets because it was like no kids yet. It was like all adult kids and my parents. So he always cooked it up, which was great. So it was always family time, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, we'd spend with my dad's side of the family.
What about parades? You guys do parades, 4th of July?
We've done like our own parades. Like my wife she's like one of like 120, 130 cousins or something like that. And so they would all get together, actually at the house that we are now, they'd all get together and kind of do the same thing we do there. And so they'd always have like a big parade where like all the cousins would go. People would create their own floats.
Oh, wow.
And like bring ATVs and stuff like that and tour and go around. I mean, it was always a big deal. But yeah, so that parade.
Yeah.
Any like city parades or anything like that, that's not
Yeah, we used to live close to downtown in the last city we were at, and they did a parade. So we were walking distance, so we'd go over there, hit it up.
How do you guys like try and find some dad time on 4th of July? Does that exist?
No. I mean, I think
Just try and sneak off
it's
for like
one of the days where like, I think dad time is like in the morning, at least for me, is like the prep, right?
Oh,
Where
the prep
like,
is great.
Yeah.
The prep is great.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to go skim the pool. It's just like super calm.
Yeah.
Going to go make sure we got propane. Like right before everybody comes over, you do I got to go get some ice.
Getting ice.
The ice run. The ice run.
The ice run
You
is
do an ice
the
run.
best. It's
Just so
the
you miss
best.
the first couple of weirdos that show up. And then you stand in front of you stand in the walk-in cooler. You're like, all right, I know I already bought a bunch of like booze or whatever, but you stand in the walk-in cooler and you're just like,
In your jorts and your
what?
flip-flops.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What else could I get
else
that's like just
What am
cool
I missing?
enough?
Yeah.
Just cool enough. What am I missing? You're like, no, we already got Mike's Hard Lemonade. We already got the iced tea. Well, what else can I get? And you had to bring home some stupid thing.
Bring home
That's
some like
great.
random like mini American flag that you can put in the deviled eggs. Like just something.
Pick up some corn dogs last minute.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. And you come in eating something. They're like,
We got all this food. What are you doing? Yeah, it was a Big Mac. We should
What about July 4th soundtrack? What's blaring?
Stars and Stripes forever. No, man,
What's blaring in the Welch household?
that's a great question, man. We listen to so much different music.
Is there like
but
a song
we
that's like
we
the
will
epitome?
play some of those old patriotic songs though. Like we'll actually rock some of those. The kids will march around the house.
like Born in the USA or like
no. I'm talking like Stars and Stripes forever. I'm talking like
Matt's on the tuba.
got my hat on, walking around. Yeah, but I feel like after that, you got to get some country. I feel like on 4th of July.
I can't do country. I mean, I don't
You
mind if
can't-
it's on.
okay.
We're not a
Yeah.
country family at all.
Oh really?
But
What's
we'll do
playing,
like
then?
we'll do a little bit of Springsteen. We'll do a couple of those
You're
types,
definitely a Springsteen.
type of those things. But then it's pretty much yacht rock. Like it's just
There you
yacht
go.
rock
Nice.
most of the day.
Nice,
chilling
yeah.
by the pool, that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, anyway, I didn't
That's
mean to
good.
cut off your country.
No, like I said, I don't have a good answer for that one. We listen to a little bit of everything. So, but country, I'm not a huge country fan, but
Yeah.
I'll rock it on the 4th of
surprised by
July.
that. Little
Yeah,
musician
I've been
that you are.
getting into a little more country.
Okay.
I've been hearing some more stuff that I like.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah. What about you, man?
Country music is actually my guilty pleasure.
Really?
I'm like I do.
a closeted country music person.
Yeah.
You got boots? Do you got boots?
No boots,
Okay.
actually. I
All
do have
right.
a brother-in-law that does have boots. So
What?
All right.
So if I would, this is totally off topic, but if I was to get into country, who do I listen to first? Like I'm a crazy Johnny
Yeah.
Cash fan. I love
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I don't really consider him country as much as more of like
like
old
folk
school,
country,
folk
yeah.
rock and roll, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think who's the guy that got cancelled recently? Is it
Morgan
Zach-
Wallen?
Zach
Those
Bryan.
guys are good, yeah.
Morgan Wallen I think has been cancelled as well. Luke Bryan, Luke Combs, a lot of Luke.
So all these guys
yeah.
are getting canceled.
Yeah.
Most of them
Country
have
guys. I mean,
But then I think you go back and like my wife would say, who's the guy?
Garth.
Dirks Bentley.
Toby Keith, Jason Aldean, Garth. What's his name?
Brooks.
Garth Brooks. Yeah, that's
yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
The Godfather of country.
Yeah. I mean, I can't put it this way. I can't.
So there's
do-
no pathway into like
I would
you
say-
either like it or you
I will
don't.
say
I
there's
think I think it's a distinct '90s country, and then like the modern 2000s country.
Okay.
It
And
is.
I- and I am more of
it's
a
got
modern-
it's got more poppy since
Yes.
Taylor Swift's
Yeah.
been around.
Even like
okay.
like Florida Georgia Line, those guys, like those are like more like
Yeah.
pop type country.
I will say, if you want old school country, there's a comedian, Dusty Slay. Have you guys ever seen this stuff?
I don't think so.
He looks kind of like long hair, wears a trucker hat. He's
Yeah.
really funny. But he has a Spotify playlist.
Okay.
That's his country playlist.
What's his name again?
Dusty Slay.
Dusty Slay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a good entryway into like his. good classic old school country songs.
The gateway to
Yeah.
country music.
But there's a distinction. Like my wife's family is like 90s country. And then I'm like, if you're talking about like the gateway to country, I'm like the late 2000s country where they all seem to be getting canceled. Actually.
Okay. My daughter came to I have a 14-year-old. She came downstairs the other day and she's like, Dad, I have a confession to make.
Oh boy.
I've been listening to country. I was like, it's okay.
Have
you been line dancing?
But to be fair, did you do like a big sigh? Like a big sigh?
was like-
'Cause
I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
You give it a look.
you're like the only other closet country guy I know is Naveen. So got your 14-year-old daughter.
So I'm trying to understand my daughter. So I'm like, okay, how do I understand this country music? It's got to be. And my son, my oldest son, he's deep into. He's got boots. This dude's
Okay,
all.
yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with 2025, but
Yeah.
whatever. Country's making a comeback. So
Country's in, man.
totally aside, but I guess it's kind of part of what
Yeah, I
with
guess so.
4th of July.
Oh,
I guess,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. Country music
What
for
about
sure.
the cleanup? What's the 4th of July cleanup? Yours must be a disaster
Dude,
zone.
days.
Days?
Really?
Like it,
Yeah.
we because you have multiple stages, right? It's first like inside, because no matter what you do, kids come running through the house because they're wet
Yeah.
and dirty from being outside. So every kid will have like probably 100 plus kids with all the different families that come over, and
Yeah.
they're just tearing apart the whole house.
Yeah.
So you got the inside, then you have the outside,
Yeah.
and then you have like the greater, like then you have the yard, and like the area that kids play in our area is probably like 4 or 5 acres of stuff. So
Yeah.
like there's pop cans and stuff.
You're finding stuff for weeks. Yeah, yeah.
Everywhere you're finding stuff
Yeah.
for quite a while. But I would typically say like there's usually people who stick
You
around.
should
and
probably
help
just get
them
your kids
clean
in
up.
like orange jumpsuits and then have them
with the little grabber.
with the little grabber thing.
The
Yeah,
sticks. Yeah, the pokers on them.
Yeah, the poker sticks.
The old school ones.
That'll end in
I don't think they give those.
disaster.
I don't think they give those inmates anymore.
That's awesome.
So how about you guys? I mean, you guys don't do stuff at your house typically. You'll typically like go places.
We
typically
haven't.
go
Yeah, we
places,
haven't
yeah.
for a
Ironically,
while.
Matt and I will be at the same one.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
year as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Actually, yeah. We would have invited you, but you're doing your own big thing.
It's
as
okay.
well.
Not as bougie. I get it.
That's fine. No, I'm a big outsource guy when it comes to July 4th. Nuclear family and parts of the extended family. Sure,
Yeah.
like at our house is fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we do so many events like throughout the year at our house that ours remains like a war zone throughout the July. Like July 4th is like a sacred summer one that we
Yeah.
try not to.
Fair.
Because once it's the winter ones are easy because you contain them inside.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's indoor outdoor, it's game over.
Yeah.
Madness.
You've
I
got-
love it.
Yeah.
It's absolute
And
madness.
actually, complete side note. This is going completely off topic. Watermelon.
Yeah.
Are we in or out?
Oh, I already see
Come on,
one.
man. That's
Dude,
my-
no,
that's-
100%.
Don't get me wrong. It's
Iconic.
It's elite. Like I actually, funnily enough, was like looking up like I don't know why I'm going down this rabbit hole, but like 25 like watermelon recipes. You can make. It's elite as a
Yes.
fruit,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yes.
There's so much.
And the
you can do.
longer it sits in the sun, the better.
the better it ripens. It ripens.
It's
in
the
sun.
only fruit that gets better as it gets warmer.
I mean, there's so much you can do with it. But why I asked you about that is like with the indoor outdoor parties, the amount of times you find just like a trail of like watermelon juice, where like
I'll find a rind underneath the couch. Just like
yeah.
who? What?
That's great.
It's always like a toddler where like the watermelon has started like from their face. It's dripped all the way down. For some reason, they're only in their diaper, and there's just a trail of it going from like room to
Yeah.
room
Oh, yeah.
and leading like outside.
That's a beautiful. That's like what I love about 4th of July is
Yeah.
most kids will stay outside just because that's where everything's at. But when that happens, you just throw the kid back in the pool, and they're just cleaned
Yeah,
up. You
clean
just
'em up.
Get back in the pool,
Yeah.
kid. Clean yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just quick side too. My 2-year-old's at that stage where they just are disasters. Everything they touch, they can break
yeah.
instantly. It's like her hand-eye coordination to hit the one button that'll mess something up is just unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
my
if you give her
2-year-old's the
1
same.
second, it's just boom, she hits it and she looks at you like, did I get it? Like what? What are you gonna do? It's hilarious, man. And I think she knows. Like she knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been so funny to watch that. And
That's awesome.
and just maddening at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's move to listener corner. And I figured after the success of last time, let's do lightning round again. Kind of enjoyed lightning round.
Lightning round.
Hot dog or burger?
gosh, on July 4th, I got to go hot dog,
No,
man.
burger.
On July 4th, I got to go hot
Burger.
dog.
This is just through
Just
the
4th of July.
optics of 4th of July. I'd say hot dog.
Hot dog. Okay.
Yeah, a good dog though.
Oh, it's good. With everything on. it.
Good dog. Yeah.
The question says one word, no explanation. So
Yeah,
thank-
I specifically am adding words
I mean-
just to piss you off. A little bit of onion,
Yeah.
some tomato.
Let's talk brands.
Yeah, exactly.
Charcoal or gas grill?
prefer charcoal, use gas.
Yeah, gas at our house.
Charcoal for us. Tank tops or t-shirts? Tank tops.
Tank tops.
Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sparklers, fun or boring? Boring.
I mean,
It's
they're fun for kids.
They're
so
fun.
boring.
They're
fun for
They're
kids.
fun.
Whoever made them has done extremely well because that is the most boring thing.
I don't think he gets a royalty.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's still making money off.
I thought we were trying to keep the comments to a down.
Yeah,
to
well,
a-
yeah,
aside.
yeah, come on,
my bad.
come on.
I meant for you guys, not for me. All right, fireworks. Are you in charge of them or you watch them?
In charge of him.
Watch them.
Watch. Yeah. Favorite thing in your cooler?
Favorite?
Yeah, favorite drink in your cooler.
I don't know. I'm kind of
A
indifferent.
koozie.
Eh?
You know what a koozie
Yeah, I
is?
know what a koozie is, but that's not in your cooler though. Is
Yeah,
it?
you keep it in the cooler when you're not using it.
Yeah.
Keeps it cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, fine. Side note: did you know more beer is sold on July 4th than any other holiday?
I believe it. Yeah. I mean, you're outside all day.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
all day. I don't drink beer at all though, so it just makes me feel terrible. So I don't.
Yeah.
How un-American of you.
I know, right?
O'Doul's, baby.
Grill, apron or shirtless?
Apron, typically.
Yeah, I go apron.
You an apron guy?
Yeah.
Most overrated side dish?
I mean, I already dumped on deviled eggs, but I would say deviled eggs is overrated.
Okay.
What else would be an overrated
I
side
think coleslaw's
dish?
overrated.
Oh no.
Coleslaw is just mayonnaise with leftover rabbit food.
No, you haven't had the right coleslaw, dude.
Coleslaw is overrated.
Dude, with the right amount of vinegar in it, and then salt and pepper and the different herbs you can put in it. Oh, dude, it makes a burger better. It makes a hot dog better. It makes everything better. Coleslaw is like literally. There's a few gifts that like God gave us in form
I've
of
seen
food.
you get very impassioned.
Coleslaw is
show me
one of
coleslaw
that.
tattoo.
I haven't seen you.
Hold on, let me show you my coleslaw tattoo.
I haven't seen you defend your kids to this level.
Coleslaw for life.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm gonna hot take. I'm not a big fan of pasta salads, man. I mean,
Ooh, okay.
Really?
there's
Good.
some that I like, but
I'm a
there's
big
so
fan
many
of them.
varieties. I feel like you never gonna know what you're gonna
You're
get
right,
until you take that first bite. And then it's like 50-50 for me. If I'm
I
wrong.
actually think that's the right answer.
No, you an antipasta guy, like cheese and meat salad type
I love
deal?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
But
He's Italian, of course he does.
yeah,
I was just wondering if you like that over.
I do a
you know,
charcuterie board. Yeah, kind
I'll
of style.
do charcuterie.
Cheesy. Yeah.
We do charcuterie boards like probably every other week. We'll do like a big charcuterie.
But it has to be
Nice.
indoors. That's another one. You can't leave that
Oh,
outside.
no.
No.
Those sausages sitting in the sun sweating.
Yeah.
No.
That cheese is
Cheese
real
turns
hard.
into like everything turns into the mushy cheese.
The goat cheese looks like the potato salad after a while. All right. Best side dish.
Best side dish. Can I answer
What-
coleslaw?
what-
No, kidding.
Yeah, I know. You know what he's gonna
Silly
say.
question. But are you guys mac and cheese on 4th of July?
I was gonna say like cheesy potatoes. Usually, it's like someone
Yeah,
can
cheesy
crush
potatoes
cheesy
are really
potatoes, like or they're like I don't even know, like they're diced or slivered. They're
I'm
really
going to say
good.
waffle fries. Waffle
Well,
fries
I mean,
on
if you
4th of-
if you've got someone
Fries
making
are
waffles,
good. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll go with kettle chip though, man.
Just a
I
kettle-
love a good
Ooh,
kettle chip.
kettle
Wow,
chip.
okay.
Now, do
Extra
you need like
crunchy.
chip dip with it? Like
I don't need
whatever?
it. No.
Okay.
If you give me, I go with some flavors, but if you give me that heavy kettle chip,
No,
Yeah.
not
get that
me.
crunch, man. I need the crunch.
Those cut my mouth.
What a
Look-
man.
Yeah,
What
look at
a-
that guy.
what a
Yeah.
man.
Give me the thickest kettle
I
chip.
want a hot dog and kettle chips.
hot dog and a bag of kettle chips.
Give me a koozie. And your country music. Wow, we really pegged you.
Wowee.
Just wait till
Mr. America.
yeah. Wait till my mullet comes out.
Red, white, or blue? I don't really know what that question is getting at.
No, I don't know.
I'm going to go red.
Yeah, these colors don't bleed, man. Red, white, and blue. Come on.
I guess all three.
It's America.
Most patriotic snack? I don't know how you would answer that.
Most patriotic snack. I'd say Twizzlers. Or
I support that.
Twizzlers, or
I support that, man.
or something like chips,
I think chips is
Yeah.
a good one.
because Twizzlers or chips,
Yeah, I love Twizzlers.
dude. And when you see like everybody, it's at least around like most places you'll go, like Twizzlers are very like 4th of
They're there.
July.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Twizzlers.
Okay. I can get behind that. Water balloons or super soaker?
Super soakers.
Yeah, super
I hate
soakers
picking
are so
water
fun.
Me too.
They're the,
They're the worst.
I hate it.
Yeah. Super
And then you
soaker.
have some little dork throw it at you when you're at the grill, and you're just like,
know.
I'm gonna.
And you want to absolutely lose it
Oh,
on them, but then
yeah.
every parent's watching and you're like, haha, don't do that again,
like,
Jimmy.
where's your daddy?
Yeah.
He should get slapped.
secret. You're going like this.
Oh boy. Last question. cookout soundtrack, country or classic rock? I feel like you
100% classic
See,
rock.
I know classic rock. I got to pick too. I mean, I know I've pushed the country train on this one, but classic rock is
yeah.
All right. Well, look, listeners,
that?
if you have any thoughts on any of those questions, feel free to leave us some comments on Instagram later this week. Let's move to dad interests. What do we have for dad interests this week?
All right. So dad interest.
Yeah. What do we got?
So it's not a dad interest, but it's something fun that we do for 4th of July, and I thought I'd share. So if anybody else wants to adopt this as something they do, have you ever seen those little tank race, the little tanks where you can light the fuse and they roll a little bit, there's like a little firepower thing that rolls a little bit and then they shoot the fireworks. Yeah. So my wife and I, this was, I don't know how many years ago, literally probably like 10 years ago, we started this thing where we do tank races and we, go on the driveway, whatever, map out a little thing that these tanks have to roll down. And then we take all the kids at the party and we give them bags of play money. And then we have a bookie, and the kids have to go bet on which color tank.
Wow.
So we'll have 5 tanks lined up.
That's cool.
And so they go and they bet on what color they think's going to win, and then they get a payout. They'll get a slip, just legitimately like you're at the horse races. And so
who's the bookie?
It's Italian family.
It'll be anybody.
Uncle Sal.
2-year-olds can do it
Sal.
in our family.
Uncle
Exactly. And so they get all this money, and then obviously there's a big prize. It'll be like top 3 money, whatever. They'll get prizes, but it's so much fun because everybody gets pumped for it. You've got the people who are lighting the tanks. They're like looking at the bottom, making sure the wheels are all.
That's great.
So we do this big event. It literally we'll do like 4 or 5 races.
Oh wow!
And you gamble on all 4 or 5 races. And it takes up 45
Wait, only the
minutes
kids
to
can
an
gamble,
hour.
or the adults can gamble too?
Sometimes the adults will have it.
Little
Most
side
of the
bet?
time,
Andrew's got some side action
Yeah,
going on.
100%. You'll see it on FanDuel.com if you want to. But it's so much fun because
That's cool.
all the kids are cheering, they're screaming, they're yelling as they're little colored tanks. Because
That's fun.
We'll just put color stickers on them, and you can bet on whatever orange or white or whatever.
Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
it's a ton of fun.
I think that's a good.
And it
good
gets
interest, yeah.
it gets a point where as you have a party, typically everybody kind of spreads out, whatever, and it's a good joining moment where
Yeah.
everybody kind of comes back together, they have a big fun thing, and then you kind of feel like there's a culmination.
Well, when
where
did you phase out as a kid? Any of your kids phazed out?
No, everybody can it's just how excited you can get on betting on it.
Sounds pretty good. Matt and I should just swing by just for that.
Yeah,
Just for the
seriously,
gamble,
come by.
you guys are
and
welcome.
then head back out to our party. That's
So
awesome.
anyway.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, take us home.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks to all the commenters out there. We've been getting a lot of comments on our Instagram page. You can check us out. Most of them are good, but we appreciate them. We appreciate all of them.
Yeah.
You can also find us on YouTube. But look, if you like the podcast, guys, you can subscribe or follow on Spotify and then Apple Podcasts, and it'll let you know every time we drop a new episode. So we're trying to get one once a week out to you guys. But yeah, we appreciate y'all for listening, and till next time.
Cheers. Take care, everybody.
Cheers.